Hi, today I'm going to present you PicoBellum. PicoBellum is an upcoming strategy game that I've been working on for the last 9 months. And the goal of this video is to present you the features that I've been developing and also talk about the future of the game. So what is PicoBellum? PicoBellum is a strategy slash simulation game. And the goal of the game right now is to simulate battles, sieges, and a campaign map. As of right now, I've been working on the field battles mostly, and they're almost done. Well, a version one, a playable version one, and after that, I'm going to move to the siege, and after that, I'm going to develop the campaign map. So right now, what you're seeing is the main menu. It's of course, it's the first DevLog. This is subject to change. It's just a developer menu, and here we can choose our armies and our enemy's army. We can build an army. So let's get right into it and build a small army for testing purposes. So this is my army. I have some knights, some ogres, some archers. And let's choose an enemy army with some goblins and some humans. So let's start the simulation. So here we're greeted with the map. Of course, this map we're zoom out. In the future, we're not going to be able to zoom out this much. So right here we have a 1000 times 1000 map, and so a million tiles. And we're running at 80 FPS, no issues. If I get closer, like performance gets even better. So here's it's a main battle. We're started. Here is the simulation. And so the thing about this, when I'm developing this game, my goal is not to create one. I say the word simulation. What I mean by this is that I'm trying to make a real simulation. What I mean by real is that it's a simulation that doesn't take shortcuts. Of course, I'm only one guy, so I'm developing this in 2D right now. But so you could say that it's a shortcut. But what I mean by not taking shortcuts is that we have three main systems that I consider important to having a realistic simulation or true to nature. That is, we have a collision system, and each agent has its own AI. So if we unpause the game, and as you can see, that the divisions are reforming and they are attacking. This is my army. I tell them to attack, and as you can see here, there's like 2 collisions. These are two circle collisions, but they are here there's no cheating. Units don't trespass each other. Like they're really pushing each other. There's a physics simulation behind, and if I draw it, I can draw the simulation by clicking the debug options, and we can see the forces of each individual units. And the green force is the velocity, and the purple arrow are the acceleration, the different acceleration forces. So you can see the units are colliding, and the fight is going on. So it's like they're really pushing themselves. So that's the first point. The first part of that I find important the simulation is the collisions. The second thing that I find that I thought it was important was to have individual units, independent agents. What I mean by this is that right now when you see the game, you think we have the divisions. It's a group of agents, but agents can be controlled individually. Of course, I don't think during gameplay you're actually going to do this, because if you have thousands of agents, 100,000 of agents, it's not realistic to control one agent at the time. but you can do it like there's as I said in the beginning, there are no shortcuts. You control each agent by itself independently. So here, like right now, like they're attacking, so the division overrides the behavior. But as you can see, I can control one agent. I can do that here. And if I fast forward, I can control it individually. So the agents are independent, and that's important to also create like this a little bit more of realism. They're not like a group, and they are like true agents, like each independent of each other. So those are the two main points of the simulation, of a true simulation, and that's one of the things that I've been focusing on. The other point is that I wanted to have thousands of units on the screen, like simulate big battles, and I've also achieved this like by multi-threading the engine, the simulation. So if we go out and we can select the debug battle, I'm not going to do it because it's too big, and because I'm recording right now, it's like it could crash the recording. But let's say I select a lot of mod agents, and I add a bunch of armies. This is going to take a while. But I can add armies, and from my test, like right now I'm running this on the Ryzen 5, the second generation Ryzen 5. And as you can see here, it runs without any issues. So if we pull up the graph here, you can see like each simulation tick is taking 7 milliseconds. So this is more than enough, like good performances. And if I select this, we have like 42,000 agents, and we're running without any issue. And if we zoom in like it here, it runs even better because we're running less agents. And you can see them like moving in the battle. So right now, like each agent is independent, and a group of agents, I call them a division. And a division controls a group of agents, and then there's an army that controls a group of divisions. So that's a current state. I can let it run in, and you can see like they're fighting each army. Right now, like the army like reforming, it's not, the AI is not great, so sometimes you do like crazy things, but for right now it's okay. So that you can see them fighting, and this is my army, so I can control it. Like I've also added like the unit cards. I can select them, I can move them, I can swap them. So yeah. So that's the thing, like we have a real simulation, like with physics and with independent agent AI. And the simulation, it's been developed from the ground up to support hundreds of thousands of agents. My goal was to have a true simulation of up to 300,000 agents. If you take the Battle of Waterloo, according to the historical sources, there were more or less like 300,000 agents. So in my mind, if we can simulate that battle, it's okay. After that, it's overkill. But so the game is developed with that in mind, and we can do it currently. So we're back in the main menu. So we've talked like what is the game about. Like I said, like enter a battle, that way you can see something in the meantime. And also like the projectile, they're also like real projectiles. Like I don't know if you see them in YouTube, but they land and they follow their target. So you will see it when I release the demo, but those are real projectiles with friendly fire. So that's also, I think it's something cool that they're really simulated. So you can see like they land, like if they miss, they can miss. So that's pretty cool. That's why it's dangerous. So those are the points I've been talking about. Like we have the real simulation with the physics, the AI, and the rendering. So that's been done. Now for the feature, what am I going to work on? So for right now, I'm going to focus in finishing, first of all, the field simulation. When I talk about finishing the field simulation, it still needs some polish, and after that, so mostly like the agent AI and the division and AI needs some refactoring. So I'm going to work on that. Once that is done, I'm going to work on the sound, but because if you can hear right now, there's no sound yet. So I'm going to work on that. And after that, I'm going to cross-compile the game because I'm currently developing on Linux. And I'm going to compile it for it to work on Windows. And I'm going to release the demo. So my goal right now is to push. That's where I've been working the UI recently. Like we have the minimap, we have the unit cards. I've been working on the UI recently. So that's the main goal. The main goal right now is to release a demo of the field battle. And for that I need to refactor the AI. I'm going to work on that. And I need to compile for Windows. So that's the goal number one, right here, goal one, release demo. Now the goal number two, after the demo is released, I'm going to work on a procedural map generator. So right now, like the map is generated like randomly. The tiles are randomly selected and generated. So that's not going to take a lot of time. I'm not going to make something super complex, but it's going to look prettier because right now it's like random. It doesn't look good. So that's the goal number two. The goal number three is once that is done, and we can say here we can say like once the field battles are done, like the field battles is what we're seeing right now. Once that's done, like the version 1 is done, I'm going to start working on the sieges. Once the sieges are done, I'm going to start release another demo. And after that, I'm going to start working on the multiplayer. So these are kind of the current goals that I have set. And for right now, like I think like for releasing the first demo, I think it's going to take me 1 to 2 months. And the bigger thing is like after I've cross-compiled, like once the cross-compilation is done, so I build the game for Linux, it's going to be easier for me like to release, like make constant releases each time I add new features. So that's the goal. The goal is to right now I'm pushing to release the first demo, and once the first demo is out, you guys can talk to me, give me feedback, and I can start working again to a second demo, a third demo, and we will go from there. So that is what I wanted to show you. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, like feel free to tell me in the comments below. And yeah, so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the video, and and see you in the next devlog.